Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday to you. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I'm known as your procrastination strategist, behavior change expert. I help you to build unshakable confidence, stop procrastinating, and you got it. Get your dreams out of your head into your life. Let's do it. Happy Sunday to you. I pray that you are up. I pray that you are ready to bring your day. And I hope that you have had an amazing weekend. Come on in the room. Come on in here. I got some stuff that I want to talk to you about. I'm just excited. I wake up excited. Yesterday was an amazing day. Friday was an amazing day. Thursday was an amazing day. Really every day is an amazing day. You have to know that no matter, and I know people may get tired of me saying that, but it doesn't matter, that no matter what you may be encountering, experiencing, facing, that you have a choice as to how you allow that to affect you. It doesn't matter what it is. It does not matter. Literally, it does not matter what it is. We have control. Come on in the room, invite someone, share with someone, and let's do it. Super excited. I want to first start off by saying happy birthday to my mama. Thank you all so much for helping me celebrate her birthday. She's 66 today. I know people be like, don't be sharing my age, but I mean, what's the secret? Anyway, so help me celebrate. Good morning, Belinda. Thank you so much for joining. If you have not wished my mom a happy birthday on my post, please show her some love. Show her some love. Good morning, Mary. Thank you so much for joining. So we're celebrating her 66th birthday. Of course, we're celebrating it social distancing because we're not able to be over there today. But anyway, we're going to celebrate her verbally, and we're going to do what we do. So if you have not stopped by my page, good morning, Dorothy. Thank you so much for joining. If you haven't stopped by my page, please wish my mom a happy 66th birthday. Amazing, and thank you in advance. And I will be responding to you on my page. I want you to go ahead, hit the share button, invite someone, and we're gonna get this thing started. Come on, get some people on here. Let's get active, let's get engaged, let's get moving, right? So I want to tell you about I just want to first do a little recapping. I was a part of a event called Champions Bowl 12 with the company that I'm in. It was super amazing. Within 2 days, heard 120 speakers. Yesterday, I was literally sitting in front of my computer for about 10 hours, from like 12 to 10 o'clock last night, and I'm still here today. You know why? It was all so worth it, right? When you have something, good morning, Sherry. Thank you so much for joining. I need to follow up with you, Sherry. But when you have something that you are part of, that you're passionate about, that you love, that you see that is working, and is working not just for you, but you are helping other people, it is freaking amazing. And yes, I said freaking. Don't be so saved that you feel you can't say nothing. But anyway, it was amazing. Amazing. When you hear the stories, and when you hear the testimonies, when you see the progress, when you see the success, when you see the joy, the happiness, the peace, it all is worth it. Because when I think about, a lot of times I hear people say, I don't know what the day is going to bring. I know what every day that I have is going to bring. I don't know the things that's going to happen. I don't know that. I'm not God. But you know what? I have a pre-plan on how I can respond to things. Not to say that, you're going to do some humanly stuff, right? But a lot of times we don't know how to respond to things that we're not expecting. So therefore we come all undone at once. It's like when you have to call 911 and you can't remember the number. But you have to get yourself together. That's why it's so important for you to practice that's why it's important for you to practice, emergency evacuations, so that you will know how to respond, how to act in the case of an emergency. But if you haven't practiced, then you come undone. Good morning, Bishop. Thank you so much for joining. If you can let us know where you're tuning in from. I see we have Tennessee in the house. We have Arkansas in the house. We have Pakistan in the house. Let us know where you're coming in from. So we have to stop. We have to start having a thing like an emergency evacuation for our life. So if this happened, this is what I am going to do. Come on now. Good morning to you all from the Action Speaks Volume, Pakistan. Thank you so much, Bishop. Love you all so much. But you have to have a plan of how you're going to act. That's why a lot of things hit us by surprise, because we haven't been practicing. We have not been practicing, evacuations. I know even like for me and my kids, we do fire evacuations. It's important not just to do it in school. It's not just important to do it on your job. You need to do it at home so your kids would know. And we're going to get to our topic. I don't know why I'm going there, but somebody need this. That you need this. Not just at school and at work, but you need it at home, so they'll know when it's time to get out of the house, it's time to get out of the house. You don't try to get your game. You don't go back getting your this and your that. Don't go get your dog. You get out. We time it. We have a designated meeting place. We look and see if everybody there. Boom. We practice. You can do the same thing. Hit the test button on your alarm and see how your people act. You can't be still stuck in there watching TV trying to get your shoes and get fully dressed when you got an emergency. You have to practice. Therefore, you would know what to do in the case of an emergency. For those of us that has flown, they tell you this is what you do in the case of an emergency. Why is it that we do it in so many areas of life, but we don't do it with our life? When life happens, it stops us. We can't move. We're immobile. We cannot think. We cannot relate. We cannot show up. We no longer can do because we had something to happen. No, you deal with what you have to deal with, but baby, you got to keep moving. So let's get into our topic. Go ahead and invite someone. Y'all quiet. Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited. You looking at somebody. I was literally on Zoom for 10 hours yesterday. And was up half of the night. My daughter sent me a video, and I seen that video like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Couldn't go back to sleep. I said, "Girl, go to bed." It was so funny, y'all. That video was so funny. But anyway, that's another topic for another day. I am just excited. You have a lot of people. We get into our topic. You have a lot of people. They are fascinated. Excuse me. You have a lot of people. First, they're discouraged with everything that's going on. But you know what? It doesn't matter how much we talk about it, how much we share it. It doesn't matter how much all these different things that we do. The stuff that we're doing is not going to be the things that make a real change. So if we're not going to do anything that's going to make a real change, you got to ask yourself, why am I wasting time doing this thing? So I want to get into my topic on today. And I know I may be too excited for somebody, but I'm telling you, honey, my soul is on fire. I am ready. This is not the year. This is not the season. This is not the day. This is not the time to be dealing with folks that's not ready to do nothing. This ain't the time that you got to drag folks, move folks. This is not the time. Come on now, somebody. This is not the time for you to drag and plead and try to convince people that you are who you are and you can do what you can do. I put a post out there, sometimes, you have people. Listen to me. We get into our topic. You have people that you got to spend all this time explaining to them where you're going. You may not even have time. We're talking about this emergency evacuation plan. You don't have time to explain to people why you getting out. Get yourself out, and we can talk about why we got out once we get out. But this ain't the time to want to know why we getting out, why we got to go, why we meeting in this place, and why we got to do this and why we got to do that. No, we do that in the planning meeting. But when it's in the action meeting, that's not the time for you to be asking questions. And see, a lot of us, we get it mixed up because, see, a lot of times we keep on praying and we're not taking action. Listen to me. We're praying and not taking action, but we know that faith without works is dead. Now I'm gonna slow down because I'm excited. I can take this because, see, this may be too fast for you. Maybe taking somebody too fast, but see, this is what, see, when Do you know that the way you move and the way the way you move that determines the way you feel. If you are dragging and feeling like, oh, I'm so tired, and oh no, honey, I gotta get my mojo going. I was sitting in a seat for 10 hours other than slipping to the bathroom, which is right next door. Good morning, Evangeline. Thank you so much for sharing. But listen, you gotta stop fantasizing over people that's talking good, but they ain't. And you see, I put "ain't" in quotes for those that have. They're not. They're not doing good. And what I mean not doing good, I'm not talking about how much money they have. I'm not talking about their popularity. I'm talking about their action. It's all about the action, baby. It is all about the action, baby. Because see, you have these individuals. They in your inbox, the outbox, they at your doorstep, they on your phone, they sitting on your couch, they laying in your bed, they all up in your circle. They talking good. The game is good verbally. But baby, you don't win by verbal games. You have to win by being in the game. When you're not in the game, you can't expect to win. And I know that there's some rollovers. I'm gonna call them rollovers, because see, you can be on a team that win and you didn't play, right? But in your individual life, it don't work like that. See, sometimes we get mixed over. We think we're going to have rollovers, carryovers, and all these other overs. But no, baby, if you don't do anything, nothing is happening in your life. And so we fantasize. I thought that was a sexy word. We fantasize over people. It sounds so good. Oh, we're going to do this, and let's do this, and we're going to do this. It sounds real good. But how many people do you know that has been talking and talking and talking? They talk good, but their walk is not good. They talk a good game. They're able to evaluate what should have been done, could have been done, how it could have been done on the sideline. They never played. They don't know how to respond in the case of an emergency. They don't know how to respond in the case of a certain play. Have you ever seen somebody critiquing from the sideline that's not even qualified? You're not qualified to critique me on how I should have did it or could have did it and what you would have did, because you're not doing what I'm doing. Oh, y'all not going to talk to me today. Y'all quiet. You got to really, really, really think about, who are you listening to? Are you sitting around listening to people that still going to, want to, should to, ought to, fin to, need to, could do, but it's not doing? You need to be around some people that's doing what they saying and saying what they gonna do. They're planning to win and they're winning. If you're sitting around listening to your brother-in-law, your sister-in-law, your mother-in-law, your father-in-law, your cousin-in-law, this and that, and your neighbors, your family, your friends that are not doing anything, you're going to be in the same place you was in 2020, 2019, 2018, 2015, 2020, 2000, right? We got to stop sitting around thinking that it's just going to happen because we said we can think and grow rich. No, Think and Grow Rich is powerful. It's a great book. Have wonderful principles. But the misconception of the book is you don't have to do anything. That's not true. Your thoughts will make you feel a certain way. Your feelings will make you do certain things. And the things that you do will get you certain results. Now, you got to ask yourself, what would those results be? They can be negative and they can be positive. They can be good and they can be bad. Because see, you can think yourself into an emotion. You can sit around and cry and mope and feel sorry for yourself and make excuses. You can be your own salesman. What are you selling yourself? Lies? You got to ask yourself, what is the truth in this? I wear this little band every day. What is the truth in this? I can't do it. Is that true? Is that true, Onika? Is that not possible? Is that really true? Then what you have to ask yourself, If it's possible for somebody else, it's possible for you, because he says that he is no respecter of person. They want to be your coach and never played the game. Oh, boo, you won't be coaching me. You won't be coaching me. They do. They do, Belinda. They do. But you're gonna have to show me. I don't have to have a whole lot of receipts, but baby, I need to see some results. I need to see what you're doing. And see, this is the biggest. This is the biggest thing. I want to work this thing today. This is the biggest thing. We got receipts. Yeah, receipts. And I know it's a different reference for different things, but this is the thing. I can see what you do by what you're doing. And I know this is the thing that we tell ourselves. You know, these are the lies we tell ourselves. I don't put everything on social media. You don't have to put everything on social media. But for the things that's public, let's make them be public. You cannot be a public person with a private entity. Can we get that clear? Can we just establish that? How in the world are people going to know what you do if you don't tell them? You ain't got to put nothing on there about your boo, your babe, your honey, your chocolate drop, your caramel. You don't have to put nothing on about your husband, your wife, your kids. But baby, if you say you in a public business, you need to at least let the people know that you do that. And if what you do is a private service, if you're not what you call them, an undercover detective or doing some private investigations or some stuff like that. Now, I know you got some things that's confidential and all these different sorts of types of things. But baby, if you're selling a product and a service and we don't know how to buy and we can't buy and it's a secret to sell, I don't know if I want it. I don't care what kind of product you have and what kind of service you have. People got to know that you got it. Right? But we got to get out of this. We got to get out of this concept and thinking that we can just think ourselves into being. Your thoughts is your encouragement to do. Because see, just think about it. If you're telling yourself that you are not going to be able to win, if you're telling yourself that you are not going to be able to do this, if you're telling yourself that it's not possible, you know what? You're not going to try. See, a lot of us, we shut ourselves down with the questions that we ask ourselves. You're not asking the right questions, because instead of us saying, how am I do this? You got to tell yourself what you're going to do and figure it out. Do you know we can sit around and feel just as sorry for ourselves? Think about it. Do you feel better when you're going through? When you're sitting there and you constantly playing it in your mind? Baby, take the record off. Cut the player off. We're not playing that song no more. See, some of us, we would sit up and we would think about things that made us feel good, that made us cry, that made us remember this and that and all this stuff. Some stuff you need to just stop doing. Really, you need to stop doing. We need to stop doing it. We need to stop fantasizing over things that sound good. They sound good. But what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you really doing? And we have wasted so much time. Because you know what we tell ourselves? Oh, I'm moving in secret. You know what we tell ourselves? Oh, don't, you know. But you know what? You know what a lot of that do for you? When you don't feel like it, and when you're being your number one salesman to yourself to tell you that, oh, it's okay not to do this thing today, and don't nobody know that you were supposed to be doing it anyway. When you start telling yourself all those lies and you start giving yourself this break, guess what? The next day you don't do nothing either. And the next day you don't do nothing either. Then the next week you don't do nothing. And the next month, next thing you know, a whole month done passed by and you didn't do nothing. And now you say it's been so long. So you just gonna wait until you start something new. And then that's why this cycle continue to go on and on, because you're not taking action. You gotta ask yourself, where did I stop moving? Where did I stop believing? Where did I stop performing? Where did I stop believing? Where did I stop communicating? Where did I stop loving and desiring and wanting the thing that I wanted? We quit. A lot of us are quit in the middle. We quit when it get hard. We quit when we don't have nobody to go with us. We quit when people don't believe in us, don't support us. But what do? When you quit, on you. I don't care who walk out of your life, who don't believe in you, who's not cheering you on. I don't care who's not sitting on the sideline, who don't think that you can do it. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. Don't you sit in a pity party with yourself, telling yourself that you're not enough. It's not going to work. It's not possible. You have to show up for yourself like nobody's business. You have to say this. The one thing I tell myself, I will put everything that I have on me because I know what I'll do. But see, some of us, you have given yourself so much slack and you say, oh, it's okay today. It's okay for me not to show up today. It's okay for me not to be today. It's okay for me not to do today. But coach come to tell you, it's not okay. You have made excuses long enough. You keep telling yourself, I don't know. You don't have to know how. You just got to know that you're going to do it. The how don't have nothing to do with you. If God has given you the purpose, it's his job to tell you how to do it. But when you are not being obedient to his instructions, do you think something's going to happen for you? You feel like, I don't know how to do it, so I'm not going to do it. How does that work on your job? They tell you to do something and you say, well, I don't know how to do it, so I'm not going to do it. But you don't ask no questions. You don't have no conversations. You don't try to do no research, no study. You don't do the thing because you say you don't know how to do it. See, that's the problem. We stop when we don't know. We give ourselves a little slap on the hand and say, I don't know, so I didn't know what to do, so I didn't do it. That's not good enough, sir. That's not good enough, ma'am. Guy, girl, that's not good enough. How we become aware of the things that we don't know, we learn, we research, we ask questions, we look for it. See, a lot of times we use this little cliche that when you look for stuff, you find it. But when you look for stuff, you find it is not just for the bad. If you look for the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, the skills, the support, the friends, when you look for it, you will find it. Oh, this is good to me. Y'all quiet. But you know what? It's not going to stop me. See, we'll take those things that people have said to us, and we'll take those things that we have heard, we'll use it for the negative. But you got to tell yourself, if I'm looking, I'll find it. If I'm looking. It said, in order for you to get friends, you got to show yourself friendly. If you want it, you got to be looking for it. I remember Les Brown saying, you got to be hungry. See, a lot of us, we're satisfied. We figure, I'm kind of full. I'm okay. I'm a little hungry, but I'm not really hungry. So you got to ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Because see, that's why. I'm going to tell you. Listen to me. The reason you can get all hot and bothered by what somebody's saying they're not doing, because you settle. But there's so much more than just words. Do you know how you will feel with action, with results? with the outcome that you expected because you made a plan, you hit the target. You did the thing. You accomplished the goal. Do you know how inspiring that is? Do you know how motivating that is? I cringe. I see people. They keep wondering and they keep looking and they keep looking and they keep looking. But they are looking for the bad. They're looking for it not to work. They're looking for every reason, every obstacle. They're looking for every excuse as to why they can't do it. But baby, when you hit the target, you feel real good, Belinda. When you say you're going to do a thing and you do it, you look and you say, oh, now I see what's possible. I see what's possible. We got to stop being, we have to stop being so wrapped up in what people say and they're not doing. We come on here and we get all encouraged and then we leave here and go and sit down and do nothing. I've seen people in the same place for the last 4 or 5 years. And it's not because the stuff is not out there. It's not because it's not being laid out. It's not because it's not given. It's because the table is set and you're not eating. The word I read, it says that a closed mouth don't get fed. How you gonna eat and you don't ask no questions? You're not taking any action. You're just sitting and you're gleaning and you're taking up everything. You know, we get this concept that knowledge is power, but it's knowledge applied. It's support supplied. It's wisdom applied. When your support is supplied and you apply it to what you are doing, that's when you're going to see a change in your life. That's when you're going to see a change in your marriage, your relationships, your friendships. That's when you're going to see a change in your partnerships and in your bank account. But you can't sit around doing nothing, feeling sorry for yourself, wondering why life continues to happen to you. Because let me tell you something. Life is going to happen to the least of us, to the most of us, and at some point it's going to happen to all of us. But it's not how life happens. It's how you deal with it. Charles Swindoll said life is only 10% of what happens to us, and the other 90% is how you respond, baby. It's how you respond, baby. You can sit around and feel sorry for yourself and think that stuff is always happening to you. Life is not happening to you. It's happening through you. You got to always come from a point of more life. I give more life. I bring more joy. I bring more peace, more life. You want more life to come from you. Not more happiness, not more sadness, not more bad news, not more discouragement, but you want more life. I got to do the things that I was created to do. And I'm more fired up to do that like never before. I've always had it. I've always walked in it. But baby, let me tell you, I am like so ready. Tears are about to come out of my eyes and I hope they don't. Please don't come out. But you can't be discouraged when people don't believe that you're going to be, do, have, walk in your gift. Stop letting people talk you out of what you was created to do, because they don't see the vision. They don't understand your plan. They don't care about your mission. Hear me. You have been fantasizing over what people are saying, but it's in the action, baby. It's in the action. It is in what we do. How do you show up every day? Are you showing up more in your mind than you are in your life? You get all pumped up and excited, and you hear Coach O saying this, and I hear her in my ear. I can hear Coach. I wonder what Coach gonna say about this. Good morning, Diane. Thank you so much for joining. You gotta think from a point of more life. I'm no longer settling. I'm no longer feeling sorry for myself. I'm no longer going to be in this pit. I'm no longer going to this party. I'm no longer going to let people talk me out of living my dream. You got to take on a mindset that this is my time. We've wasted a lot of time. We've let people tell us what we can't do, what you're not going to be, what you're not going to have, what's not possible. But you got to look it right in the eye and tell them, that's a lie. I'm going to live the life of my dreams just the way he gave it to me. Write the vision. Make it plain. Stop making your life so complicated and telling yourself that the struggle is real. It don't have to be a real struggle, because you can have real success. Real success. Some of you are quitting prematurely. You think that you have made it because you'd have made it to a milestone. Think about the mile markers when you're driving. You pass by them mile after mile, but you haven't made it where you're going yet. Don't let your victories stop your drive. I am so excited. Don't allow your victories to stop your drive. A lot of you celebrating too long. Do you know if you stopped on the side of the road every time you pass by one of those mile markers that say, you're going 100, you got 100 miles to go, and you stop when you get at 99. And you stop when you get at 98. And you stop when you get at 97. And you stop when you get at 96 and 95, 94, 93, 92, 91, 90, 89, 88, 87. You keep on stopping. You keep stopping at every mile marker. What would have took you an hour and 15 or 20 minutes to get there, it's going to take you a lot longer, because you keep stopping and having to start back. And you keep stopping and having to start back. And you keep stopping and having to start back. You get with something and it's good, and you stop. And you go start with somebody else. They don't meet your expectation. That machine you bought wasn't as good as the one you had. What you had was getting the job done. But you looked at what somebody else was doing. You listened at what somebody else was saying. Stay in your lane. I don't care how attractive it looks on them. That ain't for you, boo. Stop trying to wear what everybody else wearing and doing what everybody else is doing. Stay in your lane and wear what you wear and do what you do and just be you. I would be a lousy, miserable you. But I'm uniquely me. I can do me all day long, all night long, all life long. And I can do me well. I don't worry about fitting in, because I was designed to stand out. You're unique. What you bring to the table is unique. Don't worry about because somebody else is doing some cheap copy of what you're doing. They can't do it like you do it, Belinda. They don't have the heart. They don't have the anointing. They don't have the compassion that you have. Some of you all have quit in the middle of the game. Why? Because you look to the left, you look to the right, You looked at what somebody else was doing and you quit. You quit. You quit on your dream. You let somebody talk you out of the thing that you fantasize about late at night. Nobody knows what he's told you to do. But Coach O is telling you to do it. If you have to do it by yourself, listen. There is always a ram in the bush. But you got to make a decision. You got to be determined. You got to keep your drive. And you got to say, you know what? I won't quit till I win. I won't quit till I get there. Stop stopping before you start. Stop allowing what people say to make you quit. You got to be real, you got to be raw, and you got to be unseasoned. 2021 can be the best year of your life. And it's not because a lot of things are going to be different around you. But there's got to be something different in you. In you. A lot of you show up here. Why? Why do you come here? Why do you listen at me? Why do you tune in? Do something. Do something. Live the life of your dream. You have lived life for everybody else. For your kids, for your parents, for your wife, for your husband. Live the life of your dreams. You got to say, you know what? If we're going to be in a relationship, you're going to have to support me for what I want to do. Some people, you're going to have to let them go. You got people that you're still trying to be friends with that don't care nothing about what you care about. You got people that you're in relationship with that don't care about what you care about. And I'm going to tell you, if what's important to me is not important to you, we don't need to be in a relationship. What's the point? What are we doing? It's not about the sex, baby. We gotta, you gotta really think about, why are you doing what you're doing? Why do you get up in the morning? What drives you? What pushes you? But you got to also ask yourself, what stops you? What stops you? Who are you allowing to stop you? Some of us, we get so tangled up in our degrees and our titles and our jobs and our careers, and we get all. It means nothing. If you're not happy on the inside, it means absolutely nothing. When I come on here, I absolutely love it. I love it. I love it. I am doing the thing that I was created to do. I can do this all day long. Why? Because I was made for it. I was made for it. I come on here and I do it if it's 1, if it's 10, if it's 100. I was made for this. This is what I do. This is what I do. This was my starting point, listening to you on Facebook, and I made my move with you, Coach, and it changed my life. God bless you, Belinda. God bless you. This, you gotta stop thinking, okay, I'm listening and I hear her. What you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Get connected with people that want to see you win. I want to see Belinda win. I don't just talk that. I support what she do. I love what she do. Because see, in my mind, this is what I tell myself. The day I met her, that was a divine connection. God knew I needed to be there. I showed up at an event. I paid for an admission or bought a ticket or however you want to put it at an event days before the event. I didn't know nobody. But I knew I needed to be there. And the only person from that event that I'm in contact with is Belinda. That was my divine connection. That was my purpose for being there. And you have a purpose when you show up on this live. When you see me go live and you figure I need to be on there, you got to ask yourself, why? Why? Belinda do what I needed, what I wanted. And when we have the thing, the opportunity, the door that pops up in front of us, the thing that we have been wanting, and we still don't go in, how does that work? Good morning, Brother Warren. Thank you so much for joining. How does that work? We ask God. We're praying to God, and He answers. And we don't move. And it's no happenstance that you come here. I know you hear a lot of people. I'm not bothered by that. Everybody is not going to resonate with you the same. I knew people that did something like what she was doing, but they don't do it the way she do it. It's crazy. When I put on my t-shirts, under my t-shirts is, I feel like my t-shirts was made with pure love. When I see something that she makes that catches my eye, I need that. I like that. And what I like about her, she has paid attention to me so much, she don't never say, oh, Coach, what size? When I say I need it, it's in the mail. It comes. When you have good customer service, you know your customers. I got people when I go to even these different places, they know me. I told a young lady, and I've told this story before, we're praying to God for the things that we have. Amen. I told her, I said, you look at me good. I said, because when I come here, I said, I come here a lot. I said, don't you ask me my name anymore. And she probably thought I was a little crazy. But the last time I went there, she hadn't seen me in a while. So she had forgot my name. It quickly came to her, but she hadn't forgot my face. People need to know you for what you do. Stop shrinking back. Stop shrinking back because you're listening to people that's not doing anything and they don't want to see you do anything. When you are blessed with divine connections, do something with them. Don't be gleaning in secret and thinking, do you know how much better that can be if you was just to compel yourself up close? Yesterday, I sit and I listen to people that's making $6 and $7 million a year more. I sit and I listen at Ed Milet. Look him up. He bought a private jet from the fifth richest person in the world. And I was able to sit directly under his teaching on yesterday for a whole 33 minutes. And I'm a crybaby. I'm crying behind the screen and the scene and like, oh my God. This is what I have access to. Where he is a part of the same business that I'm in. It makes him no bigger and it makes me no smaller, but it makes me better. Because I am able to be in the room, Zoom room, live rooms, whatever, with people that's doing what I want to do. That I'm able to eat from their table. If you're not around people that intimidate you, you're around the wrong people. Stop sitting around people that make you comfortable, that don't make you think twice about what you will do or what you will say. We get up and we go to work because we want to provide for our families, right? We want to put food on the table, roof over our head, clothes. You know all the stuff that we say. I got to pay my bills. I got to pay my bills. I was sitting here this morning and I was thinking, you know, I be writing over everything. And you're going to see this come out on the quote. Don't try to steal my stuff, but I was sitting here and the thought came to me, are you living to survive? Or are you living to really make a difference? Because making a difference requires a different skill set than simply existing. So as I get ready to close this out, my question for you is, are you living to survive? Or are you really living to make a difference? And do you know where the difference starts? It starts with you. It starts with your self-development. It starts with you taking action. It starts with you making a change in you before you can make a change in the world. A lot of us want to be global when we're not local. Local will be you. Global will be others. 2021, let this be a year of personal development. If you don't have a coach, I coach, I mentor. And if it's not me, get somebody. It don't have to be me, but you get with somebody that will propel you, that will challenge you, that will walk with you, that will support you. Somebody that will tell you the truth and not figure if I tell you the truth that I'll lose you as a customer or as a client or as a friend or as a business partner, as a woman or as a man, as a spouse. So see, we got to get with people that's not afraid to tell us the truth. Because if we're never challenged, we'll never change. That's my message for you today. I hope I've said something that will cause you to take action, that will encourage you to take action, that will inspire you to take action. When we're not challenged, we don't change. Because you know why? We sit in our comfort zone. We sit and do things that make us feel good. We would try to do things that we know that we can accomplish. Baby, go after something that you don't know how in the whole world I'm going to do this. But I just know I'm going to do it. I don't know how, but I know that I will. This is your girl, Coach O, founder and CEO of Action Speaks Volume Incorporated. I hope you have heard something that was said that this is my time. This message was for me. I'm ready to take action. Stop procrastinating. Stop procrastinating. Stop thinking twice about it. Stop praying about the prayer and get into action, because faith without works is dead. It's dead, dead. I pray that you have an amazing day. I got to go and work on this evaluation for my JOB that's due in the morning that I'm going to do today. But anyway, God bless you. And I pray you have an amazing day.